Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater Soundcheck. This time out, a new virtual version of a classic Eventide reverb. Let's get started. Back in 1982, Eventide introduced a digital reverb called the SP2016. Now, this was actually the first programmable multi-effects device that was available anywhere. The SP2016 is the first device to also introduce the concept of plugins to the world. The way that it worked was, the 2016's algorithms were stored on integrated circuit chips, IC chips, and you could open the box up, plug a new chip in, basically a plug-in, and you'd have a new algorithm available for creating digital reverbs using the device. Now they've taken that concept, taken those same algorithms, and put them into plug-in form that runs in AAX, AU, and VST formats. The SP2016 is one of those classic reverb devices that you've heard probably millions of times on hit records dating back again all the way to 1982, but still in use to the present day. As we'll see, the plugin includes two different versions of three different classic algorithms for the SP2016. Now with those algorithms, a whole bunch of artist presets that are included along with the plugins, and the versatility and the ease of use as far as the user interface goes to create your own presets makes the SP2016 a great addition to your plugin arsenal. Let's take a quick tour of the SP2016, and then we'll listen to the reverb on snare drum as well as on grand piano. The SP2016 user interface is very easy to operate. We have a large bypass button right on the front panel. We have a program button which allows us to call up those classic algorithms. Now in the original SP2016, you'd have a stereo room algorithm, a mono room algorithm, which actually comes out both the left and the right outputs, as well as a plate reverb. With the plugin, there are three additional versions of those algorithms: a modern stereo room, and a modern plate. With the modern versions, you get increased digital resolution, so you get a much cleaner reverb, and it's going to have a smoother tail to it. There also is better high frequency response, and better overall response from the plugin in general, because again, you have those more modern algorithms in place. The vintage algorithms are going to recreate the sound of the original box. On the left-hand side, we have input and output level controls for the plugin, as well as a kill-dry switch. You can choose whether you're monitoring on the LEDs here, either the input or the output. As far as parameter control, that's here in the center of the plugin. We have a mix control from 100% dry to 100% wet. Pre-delay in the SP2016 actually offers up to 999 milliseconds of pre-delay, so you can create echo effects as well. Decay is our RT60 or our reverb time. A unique control in the SP2016 is the position parameter, the position control. And this basically sets where you're listening to the sound at in the room, whether it's near to you or farther away, so it can really help you position the sound in your mix. Basically what it's doing is changing the balance between the early reflections and the longer, later reverb tail. Diffusion changes the surfaces within the room that you're listening to, whether a smooth surface or a more irregular surface, and basically that affects the density of the reverb tail. We also have a two-band semi-parametric EQ in the SP2016. Low frequency control ranges from 50 Hz all the way up to 500 Hz, while the high frequency control ranges from 1 kHz up to 8 kHz. Across the top, we can access our presets, load and save those presets. We can compare two different presets. We can also lock the input and output levels, so as you're scrolling through presets, you won't be changing the levels that are set inside the plugin. In the same way, the mix lock locks the mix control into whatever position you have it set at. Generally, you'll set that 100% wet if you're using the reverb inside of an aux return. And this locks that in place, so if it's set differently within a preset, it doesn't change as you're scrolling from preset to preset. Now that we've taken a tour of the plugin, let's listen to some examples of what it sounds like when it's applied to a snare drum and to a grand piano. I'm going to start with the factory default preset, which is basically a very generic, neutral type of preset, and we'll scroll through the 6 different algorithms so you get an idea of the flavor that each of those offers. As you can hear, the two versions of those three algorithms offer you a lot of flexibility for tailoring the tone of the reverb exactly the way that you want it. Now we'll listen to some of the factory presets. We'll begin on snare drum, and then we'll move over to grand piano. As I mentioned earlier, the SP2016 plugin comes with a wide range of artist presets. Now, these have been created by well-known engineers and producers. Let's take a tour of some of those sounds. One last thing I want to show you is the effect of that unique position control in the SP2016. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the SP2016 Reverb plugin from Eventide. It recreates the sound of the vintage unit and also gives you modern algorithms to work with, and that position control is so powerful for helping you position an instrument or other track inside your mix. I think you're really going to enjoy this one. Be sure to check it out. Thanks for joining me for Sweetwater Soundcheck. I'm Mitch Gallagher.